Hello guys, this is Oscar7 here, and welcome back to another game review. And this one is actually the one I've been wanting to review the most. It's called Freeciv. This is made by the same people who made Freecol, and it is basically the free version of Civilization. Which is basically where you control an empire, take over the world, except in a way more strategized and more popular form. It's the most popular strategy game of its kind. And it's really cool, actually. This is the free version of it, created by another guy, and it's free to download, free to play, and there's a bunch of versions that are updated. And this is the most updated version of it. This is the beta, though. So it might be a little buggy, but it will be released soon, as you can see on the website, and the link will be in the description below, so you guys can contact it. And anyway, so let's get into this. So when I start a new game, there's obviously this is going to be, here it is. I can have as many players as I want. I can have up to 99 players. but I'm going to leave it on easy AI because honestly, this is very hard. These guys are very tough. So you can change the geological thing, which is basically the entire map. Sociological, which is the number of list of players' initial units. Allowed city names unique to player. Economics, so you can have the starting goal be 50. I'm gonna have 1,050. Military, chance for conquering building destruction. And barbarian onset turn. Barbarians suck. Just telling you guys right now. Turns until player contact is lost, 20. Scientific, initial text per player. You can have it be maxed out. Research point depth threshold for losing tech. Okay, internal. So you can have a map generation seed. So you have a different thing. So I haven't found any good seeds, so I'm gonna try that. Game random seed. I'm gonna leave it at 0. Limit number of AI players is 126. And networking is if you want to do that. So now another thing is AI skill level I am going to leave on a novice, actually, because even on novice they're impossible to beat. And now I'm gonna pick my nation. Now you can pick from almost a bunch of nations. You have ancient civilizations, which is all these, medieval nations, which is all these, early modern era nations, which is all these, modern nations, which is all these, African nations, American nations, Asian nations, European nations, Ocean nations, and every single one. This actually has less. Other versions actually you can actually choose any country you want, and some of them. Unfortunately, this one extended. Here it is, extended. Here's the extended version of nation set. So that's how you do it. So that means some of them might be in different languages, which is not good. So you can go imaginary, which is pretty cool. Werewolf. You can be werewolves, vampires, UN, South American, Martian. Yeah, Knights Templar, hacker. But what I usually choose Antarctica or Antarctinian. But this time I think I'm gonna go with Lithuanian. I'm gonna make it classical. Description: Lithuania, a small country, and it gives you a little initial country is despotism. Male. I'm just gonna Baboria. Yeah, coolio. And there we go. So I'm Lithuanian, and now let's start this thing. So you can move your guys around by clicking on them. You can choose to click which one. And what I do is, let's say there is one like that, I move it to the right, then move it up. So right now I just found a city. So those little huts that I found, they can really do a lot of stuff. So this right here is the Explorer. This helps, explore the area and can move very far. Here's the Worker, which can help you build roads and build irrigations. and all that fun stuff. And here is settlers. You get 2 of them, along 2 workers and an explorer to start. And settlers create cities. And so here's how you can move one of the units, by clicking on it and moving it to there. So you found a friendly city, yes. So now you hit turn done. And so now if you want to right-click options, you can do unit, you hit work, and you can build paths, mines, irrigations, auto settler, which will automatically do any things that really kind of need it. So you can make them both auto settler, so they both automatically make improvements. And we can also move them with the arrow keys. And with combat, you can fortify units like warriors, and explorers can also be fortified. And yeah, again, you can hit turn done when you're all done. Yeah. So now that I have workers, I can actually change. Now here's the city screen. If you click on the city, you can go up to the city screen. So population, so food is important for villages to grow. Production is really good because that means how fast your units can be produced. Trade is pretty important because, yeah, it is, because it is. Gold is good because then you can make money automatically. And change in 16 turns means you'll add another population, which means more production in 16 turns. You also have corruption, waste, pollution, plague risk, which mostly go in later on. And so presets, very happy, max gold, max production, automatic presets. So now I'm going to do barracks. Now you can also buy your thing with barracks, but so I'm actually going to do that right now, but it's generally very expensive. And I'm going to fortify this unit. Now you can also, with settlers, is work, you can build a city here. And I'm going to call it Daniel Land. Yeah. The Candyman can. I should actually probably go over here. Villainous is finished building warriors. Now, let's say you want to move across the screen, you're a discovered area, it's up here in the map, and you can check to see what has been discovered and what hasn't been discovered. And this is what you have so far. And if you want to move around, you right-click. So yeah, that's really cool. The more you discover, obviously, the more you have to right-click in order to move around. But I haven't discovered anyone else, so yeah. My explorer has been killed by barbarians. I hate when that happens, because they can be hidden in huts. They can sometimes surround you. It can suck sometimes. Another hut. I found 50 gold. You can find a little bit of gold. You can do a bunch of cool stuff. So this is going to be my city. And there we go. My chili pepper. There's chili peppers and a bunch of food. There's a bunch of resources everywhere. That black puddle means oil. This means buffalo, and this means peppers, and forest means extra production, and basically you can add food production and all that special stuff. And since there's only a few citizens, production is important early on. So yeah. So I'm gonna fortify you, and I'm gonna start building barracks. Now, what you can also produce in your own village is coinage, which is basically produces a consistent amount of coins for your city. So I could say so at every turn I produce 5 gold, so that's pretty good. You don't want to lose money, just saying. But oh right, forgot research slip, which means is basically is what you use to research in order to unlock new units. So masonry, I'm currently researching, which is highlighted yellow. In 4 turns, I will be done with it. Now with ironworking, which is now my goal is ironworking, which is over here. That basically leads to more powerful units like bronze working, and this is phalanx and warrior code. And all the dark blue means that's my goal, and these light blue ones are my light blue ones are going to be researched, but they are not the goal. They are needed for the goal. Technology goal is ironworking. So yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead again. So now that I've researched masonry, I can unlock a bunch of new stuff, like the Great Wall of China, pyramids, a palace, and city walls, which add defense. And so now I'm currently researching bronze working, which will allow me to have more powerful units than I do right now. So now, this is going to be... So there's my current intention. You can also scroll up and down by moving your mouse wheel up and down. So once I get map making done, then I can do explore for you guys and show you guys other people. There's boats which you can build, which can transport your units across the waters. There's limits to boats though in this game. Stuff like that. Food. Now here's what I mean. Food is currently at 0, so that means my guy cannot grow anymore. So Historian publishes the 3000 BC Gibbon reports our richest civilizations in the world, which is the Supreme Burmese, the Ottomans, the Jeffnas, and the Luwians. And then there's me, which apparently doesn't have as much money as everyone else, but it's the richest civilization, so who cares? There's also a thing where it's the top 5 cities. It's Traveler's Report. And I'm number 1, and 2, and 5. I'm Daniel Land, Villainous, and yeah. I can also do demographics, which allows me to say that population is number 1, land area is number 4, settled area is number 2, research speed is number 4, literacy is number 1, production is number 1, economics number 5. I'm last economics. And military service ranked number 1, and pollution is number 1 currently too. I wonder how long it will take a Colossus. Oh dang, that actually isn't that bad. I'm gonna build the Colossus. You can also buy Colossuses. So now I am finished building the Colossus, which is really cool. But I guess I'm ranked 5 in land area now. And ranked 5 in research speed, too. Dang it. Who is that? Is that someone? There we go. I wonder who that was. But anyway, that was probably most likely an adversary, either an enemy or a friend of mine. I haven't made any, attempt at, friends yet. And I currently have some friendly mercenaries, which is a legion, which is actually more advanced currently. So that means that guy is more powerful than any of my units so far. He's the most powerful unit because it's very early in the game. So this one is probably gonna be auto-explore, which is a pretty good idea to have. Oh wow. Okay, so I guess I'm on Cuba. Yeah, I think I'm on Cuba. It's like I'm on Cuba or something. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So, and not good either. At least I know there's a lot of whale. So I guess I'll fortify here. I just want to transport my guy and fortify over here. Basically because I have nowhere else to settle other than right now. I don't have anywhere else to settle currently, which is kind of dumb in a way, but unfortunately that is not, I guess I cannot do that anymore. Just kind of, again, really stupid. So, it's kind of dumb how it put me on an island, because that means I won't be able, since I don't have boats yet, I won't be able to explore. The technology goal is now map making, and and now I have more food, so I can grow a little bit more. I'm gonna build some stuff right here. Coinage right here is going to be granary 2. And fortify the unit. And so now, right now, I have 4 cities, which can be costly, but even though that's happening, I'm still making money, which is pretty good. That means I have a good thing going on right now, so I better keep it up. Okay, I'll just fortify the unit here, I guess. It's good to have a good city. So right now I have the 1240B reports the richest civilizations in the world, and I am number 1 right now because I am so awesome. See? So that's pretty good. I'm now one of the richer ones, and yeah. And currently, this is actually pretty good. I'm actually doing a little bit better than I used to do. So what also you can do is, I just want to point some of this out, is editing mode, which is actually really cool. Basically what you can do is I can create some units. So let's say if I have wanted to, I could terrain inaccessible. I can make inaccessible terrain. I could make hills. I could make everything really. So I could change this to jungle. And this so I can make this farmland. And yeah, we can make more farmland, which is actually pretty good for me. And I could also create units. So I'm gonna actually create a settler right there, and a settler right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I can make a AGS cruiser and do all that fun stuff. And then I can also make a transport trooper right here. And add a bunch of howitzers. And yeah, I can do that. Or I can make more cities. Or I can do like an editorial tool for start position and end position. I can make a military base, a fortress, or I can make a buoy, an air base. It's actually really cool what you can do in editing mode. It's basically cheating. It's kind of fun. What's kind of fun is fruit and peat moss. More peat moss. Peat moss. And oasis. Oasis. So now I think that's pretty good. So this should make it way quicker for me. Build city. Yes, Krunas. What was that? Cannot keep. Villainous can't upkeep phalanx. Unit disbanded. Are you kidding me? Come on. This is the game basically. I'm only gonna go up to here. I'm actually gonna save the game. You can save the chat log, save the game. You can join it multiplayer on this. You can leave the game, and basically you can start scenario games where you can do a bunch of cool different custom-made maps, and you can also do tutorials and basically that in a bunch of parts of the world. You can do Earth, Classic, Large, and Small, and everything. And you can also load your saved games and get all of these guys. There's auto saves every single turn. I'm actually gonna get rid of that, and so you can also connect to a network game. And other than that, that's basically it for the mod review. Basically, it's a really cool game. I recommend you guys download it. Link will be in the description. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm Oscar7. Goodbye.